Now, after a 5-year ban on the Popular Front of India and its affiliates under the anti-terror law, the Home Ministry has told the police heads in states and union territories to take action against the outfit's other offices and seize funds. According to senior government officials, PFI members will have to declare their dissociation from the organization, but if they continue, they will face a 2-year jail term and fine. The law enforcement agencies have been asked to publicize the MHA notifications. The local police will affix the notification on some PFI offices in the country, send out its copies to principal office bearers, and read out the contents of the order by means of a loudspeaker in the areas where PFI activities were usually carried out. Now, our managing editor Zaka Jacob spoke to a panel of guests on the ban of PFI and what lies next for the organization. Listen in.
In the state of Kerala, from where this radical organization belongs or started its journey from, again, there are more than 300 cases, charges ranging from rioting and arson to creating social unrest to even murder. Why should such an organization be brooked in a democracy?
Good evening, Zaka, to you, my fellow co-panelists, as well as the viewers. I believe that the government has carried out an elaborate process and elaborate set of raids, and there is intelligence information that you and I do not have access to. And after such elaborate measures, if the government has decided to ban the organization and a set of organizations associated with the organization, we must wait for the government to put that facts on the table. If you look at the blast, Samjhauta blast, or Asivanand and the entire conspiracy, if you look at the past track record of conspiracies, if you look at the violent activities that Bajrang Dal has been involved in, and if you look at the vigilantism that these various organizations together with digital camaraderie and collaboration are able to carry out, from preventing a girl from getting married to a person that they want, or from dictating what you should wear, which college you can go to, then clearly there is an elaborate case to be made that is this nationalistic in India to disrupt harmony.
But Feroz Ahmed Bakht, please tell Ghanshyam Tiwari and our viewers at large as to why you believe that it's apples and oranges and why you believe that this is not an equivalence that can be sustained.
All right, Zaka Saab, if I am audible.
Yes, you are.
You know, for a start, with a very humble request to all my co-panelists, including Ghanshyamji, whom I respect to the core of my heart, and you also. You know, I agree with the first portion of Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari, who said that the government has carried out a very elaborate process, a legal process, which was actually proved by evidence for actually creating this ban on PFI. I agree with him. But the second part of his statement, he says, you know, this will create Hindu-Muslim hate. I totally disagree, because PFI is a terrorist organization and it has been already proved. And as I think you were saying in the beginning, this ban should have been created long time ago because of its activity and evidence, how these people have been funding riots in UP and other places. And, you know, problem with my learned friends like Mr. Ghanshyam Tiwari is that they indulge in a balancing act. Bajrang Dal was doing this, all these, whatever, whosoever was doing something wrong is wrong.
To my mind, that's qualitatively different when a professor's hand is chopped off because of a question paper that he set in which some people perceived there was something insulting said about the Prophet. On the other hand, and I said, and I'm saying this, you know, whether it is love jihad or killing in the name of the cow, that is also reprehensible. But I'm not sure that you can equate the two.
Precisely, Zaka. You know, you have to distinguish between thuggery and terrorism. The fact of the matter remains that if on the basis on which, you know, you are demanding these kind of ban, then I think every political party in this country should be banned. There are parties in the south of India which say the most hateful things against the Brahmins, for example. How is that okay?
Now, the BJP is saying there is some kind of underhand dealing between the PFI and the Congress, which is why these cases were dropped. Please respond.
Okay. The Congress party, first of all, welcomed the decision of banning any organization which is a part of terrorist activities in the Indian soil, which is not acceptable to us. The ban is accepted. Now the law of the land should prevail to all the organizations which are involved in the hate killing, or in the which are a threat to the Indian secularism of this country. The basic issue of Karnataka cases have been referred in the notification by the Government of India today. About Mangalore cases and about other cases have been mentioned. What we are trying to say is the law should be same for everybody. Now, why Gauri Lankesh was killed? Why Kalburgi was killed? Who was representing it? Which are the right-wing activities are involved in that?
Now, tomorrow, if a majority of PFI members just say that we are shifting to SDPI, then the organization and its work will continue. It's just that it will be under another name.
Yeah, I think, thank you for getting me onto this panel. I would not like to take any political view on this. As a police officer who has investigated a large number of cases, more so in the coastal Karnataka, I must tell very clearly that this decision of the government has come a little too late. But democracy is about taking slow decisions. At least it has come now.
The question here is no one. I don't think even Owaisi has said that he supports PFI. I think
no, he hasn't,
but he clearly said that he does not support the PFI, and no one, even I don't support, and I haven't heard any Muslim public figure coming out and saying that they support PFI. Rather, they are happy, they welcome that ban is placed on PFI finally. The demand here is that if you find member of PFI with pamphlet which talks about creating India or turning India into an Islamic state in 2047, and on the other hand, you have a similar, the opposite demand in the opposite camp, every day to turning India into a Hindu Rashtra where Muslims will have no right to vote or other minorities will have no right to vote. So why this, bias against the action